you.
What? Gang, gang. Nice.
Can everybody hear him? Please.
Can you hear me?
Let us know.
Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna need Jadis to quit cooking and making the whole freaking office smell
It smells
like a
so
restaurant.
good in here. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime in the office.
5 by 5.
5 by 5. Are we 5 by 5? Can you hear me?
Hemi, Bob is pregnant, aka late.
Hey.
If I was a betting type, I'd say Bob is smashing his lunch right now. This is like the one time you'd be wrong.
I just finished smashing my lunch.
But that's not what made you late.
No,
it was a good reason.
I was talking to a brother and sister about some fellowship. They came in and they were really good people, and so just want to make sure that they're, that they're not. People need to know they're not alone in this world. Very, very important. What up, 12C? What up, Lardfast? Blade, Paladin, Robert, Jason in Virginia, Hemi.
Ben Valley commented when they were waiting earlier that today's his daughter's birthday, but last year, so his ex-wife is like a Wiccan, and so his daughter's like totally grown up and all of that stuff, and so he needs prayer and that the Father would reveal the truth to her.
Dude, let's do that right now. What are we talking about? Oh, Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this live stream, the opportunity that we could come together in prayer, that this is our life, that we get to do this, that we could be anywhere right now, but we're here talking to you. Father, I ask that you would just lift up Ben's little girl. You know how much the enemy attacks children. You know everything that child needs. You have a path set in front of her. Father, I ask that everything she's been exposed to would be used as a witness unto you, that you would not let evil prevail. Father, any spell, any curse, any power that's been placed over her, I just ask that you would break it down and shatter it in your mighty Son Yeshua's name. And I praise you for working in that. I praise you for the fact that you love your children. Thank you for making us. Thank you for crafting us. Please continue to lay out her life in a way that glorifies you. Not this world, not Ben, not her mom, not her family or her friends, but glorifies you, Father. That's all this is about, is you. We really love you. We really appreciate the opportunity to live this life with you. Thank you for taking us in and redeeming us, Yeshua. It's in your name. Amen. That's what it's all about, guys. You guys don't know this? It's a deep cover psyop to get you to love the Lord. It's all a trick. It's all a trick. It's what we're doing. It's what we're doing. Where two or more are gathered in his name. Amen. That's right. That's right. He is greater than Wiccan evil trash. Yeah, dude, come on. Lame. It's super lame.
Pretty incredible that we have such loyal people that are here every single week.
Yeah, dude, we like literally just got to come together like 50, 60 people in prayer. Like that just happened. We've been live for 31 seconds and we got to come together in prayer. And that's a big, big deal.
Guess who's over on our Instagram right now?
Who's over on our Instagram right now?
Amber.
Oh my gosh, Amber!
Why haven't you come to see us, Amber?
Dude, Amber, what do you hate us? What are you doing, dude?
I thought we were friends.
Dude, I thought we were homies. I miss you. Hey, Amber, why don't you come out on the 6th of, what is it, March? May. Not March, because that would be bad for me and my schedule. Yeah, Amber.
Oh my gosh, Amber, come to the ruckus, please.
Yeah, so I know Amber, and she definitely does not like pedophiles or human traffickers because those guys suck, like big time. And we're doing a big ruck where what we're going to do is we're basically going to patrol through Fort Smith with a bunch of homies, waving banners and flags, throwing a middle finger to human traffickers, raising money to continue to restore those victims and give them an opportunity to heal. It's the Refuge Ruckus. It's a pretty big deal. We're going to start really talking about it here now that the new year's hitting. And you guys got to be a part of it. If you're not signed up already, I honestly do not get it. I honestly do not get it. You should go and fundraise and get signed up. It's like $200. Oh, no, not $200. I have spent $200 on awful things. And, like, you can do a lot of good with that. A lot of good. So, Amber, get there, be square. Bring all of your cool contractor homies. That's what I'm doing. And we're going to just go be tough.
She said, my loves, I miss y'all. And then she said that she's got to get in shape, but count her in. And then we've got Ford Holsters in here. Scouting in the Woods said, joined as I promised, Bob.
Nice.
Andrew Stanek just said that he sent a PJ video for us to watch.
Okay.
That's all on Instagram. I love that you guys are commenting over there.
Thank you guys for being on the Instagram. Instagram's been throttling us pretty hard, but that's okay. We don't care. We do it for y'all. We don't do it for the views. Shout out to Ford Holsters. Currently, right now, I have my Shadow Systems P920, and that thing has awesome retention. It's super comfortable. His designs are always dope. Like, he will personalize a holster to you, which I like. You know, it's not just like, get Kydex holster from company. It's like, nah, dude, what type of clips you need? Like, what type of setup and hardware do you want? What are you using this for?
Do you have a light, you know?
Yeah, do you have a light? Do you have a red dot? Like, all these, does your barrel have a compensator? Do you have like a threaded barrel? Like, what are you doing with it? And he'll talk you through it. It's an awesome team over there. It's him and his wife. His wife's like 100 months pregnant right now, if she's not in labor already. Or there could be a baby here already. Who knows? She's not 100 months pregnant, just so everybody's clear. That's me being facetious. However, that's a super dope company. I recommend you go out there. I had like 7 holsters that I kept like rotating through, not being happy. I use his holster every single freaking day.
I'm really wanting to get one for mine.
Oh, dude, it's top notch. It's top notch. What up, Lone Star Living? What up, Hooter and Tora? Love my ankle rig. It is awesome and has so much capability. Added a pile of rocks to it. That's super smart. I rock the ankle rig. I've been converted from a slick kit to the ankle rig. This thing is a bad mamma jamma. It plays 0 games. It's so comfortable. I forget it.
You weren't wrong. Her water broke this morning.
Yeah.
No way! Yeah. Heck yeah! Praise ya! That is awesome, man.
Can we send Amber?
That is so exciting. Somebody run them a birth bucket stat. No, dude, praying for an awesome delivery, praying for mama. I hope y'all have fun and enjoy it. It's, you know, it's intense, but so is camping, you know, and we do that every year, so.
Can you give Garrett's website for them? Because
Yeah.
Amber's wanting it.
Yeah, FordHolsters.com. Just go to FordHolsters.com. They are high quality gear. They really are, Amber. And like I've run Safariland, I've run Blackhawk, I've run Havoc, I've run like T-Rex holsters. I've done all the like mainstream holsters. And the cool thing about Ford is him and his wife like put extreme attention to detail in every single one. It's like handcrafted here in Oklahoma, very good quality control, which I like because what I've seen before happen in the past, they're like, oh, Bob with Refuge wants a holster. I'm gonna make sure it's really good. And then like I talk about it, and then when they send out holsters to like John Smith in Kentucky, it's a pile of garbage. Or it's like, it's got loose hardware. It wasn't Loctited. There was no bushings. And it's like, dude, what the heck? Like, can't you have that same quality and gear when it's not going to an influencer? And Ford, he's a good man. He's a retired SWAT cop. I say retired is not that he's old. He's just no longer being a SWAT cop. And he's a good dude. Ford Holsters, F-O-R-D, holsters.com. I didn't plan on plugging him this hard during this live stream, but I am because he's good.
FordHolstersCompany.com.
FordHolstersCompany.com. You can also just Google Ford Holsters. They're literally having a baby today, so give them an extra like, hey, congrats on like pushing that baby out present and order another holster. You know?
Refuge's YouTube handle is Refuge Medical. Boom.
There it is. If you were asking. I've been wanting to get an ankle rig, but forgot when we were there last week. Does it fit on a lady's smaller ankles? Yeah. Britt ran the ankle rig for about a week and a half before somebody stole it from her. She did not want to give it up, but yeah.
Somebody being you.
Hey, whoa, hey, calm down over here. Yeah, it was me. I stole it.
Elijah asked, do you still eat gummies that are made with gelatin? I found out yesterday they are not kosher. It depends. They have beef gelatin stuff.
Yeah, so there's like beef gelatin stuff out there. I don't really eat gummy bears, so like.
I have family members who love them, but we make sure that it's kosher.
Any giveaways in the future? Oh, Alan, do I have something cooking for you, my friend?
Not allowed to tell them.
I'm not allowed to tell them what they'll be able to see with it, how they'll be able to move, what they'll be able to do, all the awesome capabilities. All I know is I have some really dope brands that are going to partner in with this giveaway. And then Britt, unbeknownst to me, yesterday, came up with a separate giveaway idea. And so now we have like 2 giveaways in the chamber. and I don't even know how we're supposed to handle this. So one of them is going to be pretty substantial, probably like $8,000 to $10,000 worth of gear. The other one is going to be an accoutrement of first aid supplies, if you would. Ooh, very excited, yeah. It is super exciting. You know, we started doing giveaways about a year ago because we wanted, like, people were doing like, hey, spend $5 for a raffle entry. And I'm not big into the lottery because I think it's a tax on the poor. But I do like people getting something in exchange for it. So like the idea of, hey, you know, you spent $50, you get 50 entries or whatever. That's really awesome to me. And so I think people using their money to also have a little bit of fun in a gamble or a raffle or whatever is good as long as there's like profit morally behind it. You know what I mean?
Well, but they're getting something. Ours are almost always like buy a kit, help yourself.
Right, yeah.
Protect yourself.
I'm basically bribing you into buying first aid. That's the whole gimmick, guys. It's like if you buy this first aid, you might win like a full bug out kit. Which, by the way, that bug out kit was awesome. We literally gave away a rifle. We gave away a huge rucksack, a bunch of survival gear, all this kit, a plate carrier with ceramics. Like, that was a banging giveaway. And so if that one was our last giveaway, what's our next one going to be? I don't know.
All I know is, like, I may need a fake name to, like, enter in and then just, you know, purchase
Lauren's
my
like,
kit.
She's going to be like Jolene Smith.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
oh my gosh, Jolene won. I know her.
Yeah, I'll take it to her. Don't worry. By the way, I got my 2 sticker packs yesterday for giving my feedback on Google. I love all the stickers. Thank you. Yeah, Ben, what's your favorite sticker? Throw it in the chat. Shalom, y'all. I hope you're having a blessed day. I was looking for the blood type kit. How many people can you use one kit for? It comes with, I think, 3? 3 in the Eldon?
You can get a pack of 3.
I think there's a pack of 3, and it's like 1 per person.
Yeah, 1 per actual kit itself.
Don't share blood wipes. No. That's weird. And guess what? You're probably gonna get the wrong answer. Tank giveaway, awesome. Yeah, that's what it is. It's an M1 Abrams. We're actually giving away an F-22 Raptor. It's totally fine.
I'm not actually sure that anybody who is in this organization would like be okay with that because of how much they would want it themselves.
If we had an F-22 Raptor, I'm telling you right now, you're not getting it. Actually, I had found a jet yesterday. Yeah, yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, somebody was selling a mid-60s M4 Mark IV jet from the UK, and it was $65,000. And so I texted T, and I was like, I need $65,000, and you can't ask why. And then I sent him a picture, and he was like, I will call the bank in the morning. And we were joking about it, that J.A. Dudley would watch a YouTube video and learn how to fly it immediately. Obviously, we're not buying a jet because we have bigger things to do. What?
Moose Run's in the house.
Moose Run's in the house? Dude, guys, it's really not that hard to buy coffee that's not soaked in glyphosate. Bob, what's glyphosate? Oh, it's just like a terrible chemical that see? That was the glyphosate
That's what it does.
talking. That's right there.
The residue.
It is a neurotoxin. It will mess with your brain, your hormone receptors, your like all of the brain stuff. I'm not a scientist, but I know that glyphosate bad. Okay, so go grab Moose Run. That's a quality family that is roasting their coffee here. That sources coffee from like freaking morally ethical grows, which is a big thing. A lot of people don't understand the slavery that exists inside the coffee trade. Looking at you, Starbucks. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. But anyways, completely unrelated. Slaves bad. Go ahead and grab some Moose Run coffee. The March E blend is what I recommend. It's absolutely gangster. The March E stands for massive flavor, amazing quality, roasted fresh, caffeinate or die, heroic energy, and excellent. So grab some Moose Run coffee while you can. This dude's selling out constantly, and so I would highly recommend that you go there and you get some, because he's also a good brother. He really is. I was talking to him today. He's got some big plans. Him and his family are awesome. And dude, they're hardworking people, which is who I like to support. I don't like to support lazy people. If you read the proverb yesterday, a lazy one is wicked, dude. It's a struggle, you know. A lazy one will literally cry about a lion in the street and do nothing about it. And that is not my brother Moose. Moose is out there getting after it every single day, which is awesome.
So they also have, if you're an espresso drinker, they just dropped their own espresso blend, which I'm a big espresso person.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure to check that out at mooseroundcoffee.com.
So JS Genesis says, best coffee ever. Never been better. Coffee, ask my friends. They'll tell you. Everybody knows it. Best coffee in a Trump's voice.
12C just got his ankle kit.
My ankle kit just showed up. That's awesome, bro. I'm pumped about it. It's super comfortable. Tell me what you think. Do all of your crazy exercises that you do 12 times a day.
You know that's going to be in his stories now.
I hope so. I hope so. It's awesome, dude. I love that. We get coffee scoops from JS, too. That's sweet. Have you seen those?
They're awesome. They have moose prints on them. They're like handmade scoopers.
They're like, is he whittling?
I don't know if they're wood or clay or what they are, but they're pretty cool. Also, Jake would like to know, did Grindstone ship that copy of the scripture separate? That's likely, right? Because I think we do ship things separate.
Yeah, so if you requested it in the notes or you mentioned it in the comments, I'm almost 100% positive that CS took care of it. You know, we got we got Liz and DR back there just absolutely smashing it, and so I'm sure that they took care of it. No biggie. Jexifer, it's tremendous, believe me. The best. Western Red Cedar is what Jay. Wow. Are you whittling that? How are you doing it?
Cool.
What are you doing? How do you do that? Gosh, dude, I can't even tell you how bad I am at woodworking and stuff like that. Guys, as always, if you have comments in regards to, you know, our kits, our processes, our culture, anything that we're doing here at Refuge, go ahead and throw it in the chat. This is a Q&A, right? We sit down every single week with y'all. Not because I love to hear the sound of my own voice, but rather to give you the opportunity to give feedback, to, you know, ask questions, to yell at us if you got a vent, you know, to request prayer, to talk about big topics. I am going to break a Chinese tourniquet here in a minute. We had a lovely little couple come in today, and they had this awesome, high quality Chinese tourniquet on them, and they were like, hey, I think that we need to replace that. And we were like, no, I know you need to replace that. So, you know, just taking a gander at it, it's good. It's really good. There's nothing really to be concerned about here. The windlass is super strong. Yeah, that's gonna break. The C-clamp, super strong. Yeah, that's what you want out of the C-clamp when it's under pressure. And like, dude, oh my gosh, dude, this is rough. This is rough. All right. So sometimes I can get the Kevlar to snap in the middle. That's really what I like to do. I don't even have constriction yet. There it is. Why do we not use Chinese tourniquets, friends? Because the Kevlar just ripped right there in half. The Kevlar, this is not Kevlar. So this right here is absolute hot, steaming garbage. Do not buy fake tourniquets. Stop it! Please. Oh my God. Yeah, this is like something you'd sell to your enemy. Where did we get this?
Our enemies.
No. They wouldn't run that deep of a psyop. They wouldn't produce faulty tourniquets and then sell them primarily to American markets and not give them to their own armed forces. They wouldn't do that.
Mooseron said, like I said before, the Chinese really care about our well-being.
They do. They love us. Yeah, that right there. Anybody got a lighter? Piece of shite. Piece of shiza. Yeah, so, you know, now what you do is you use this as an airplane to entertain toddlers. There you go.
Blood pressure kit, is the arm sleeve standard size, or does it have the larger arm sleeve? I want to say it's standard.
I think it's standard size. If you're looking for a larger size, just email us or shoot us a message on the chat, and we'll get it ordered special for you because we love you, because you're special to us. What you got?
You know how we were talking earlier about that comment we saw on Instagram where someone said, like, why would someone need a class to learn how to do, like, to apply tourniquet?
Yeah.
Like, it's basically they were acting like it was common sense, and they said, has no one ever kinked a hose?
Yeah. So let's talk about that really quick. First things first, why would somebody ever need a class as to how to use a tourniquet? I would like to throw a flashbang in that guy's face and tell him to put a tourniquet on and see how he does. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say poorly. Just guessing. We do trainings in here constantly. I like throw little CO2 flashbangs around and I'll be like, tourniquet right on. It scares the absolute piss out of people. It's hilarious. I wish I had secret cameras everywhere, but you know, money and stuff. And yesterday I actually had one employee put the tourniquet on the wrong arm. Just because in high stress situations, you're not thinking and you're just doing, right? And if you don't know how to do properly, you haven't had reps and sets, right? You're not gonna perform. You're not gonna rise to the level of your expectation. You're gonna fall to your level of training. Everybody knows the saying, right? Another thing is, I don't know how many of you have kinked a hose before, but when I kink a hose, I take it and go like this, right? Okay, that's not how arms work. You can't just do that. That's not okay. And so with that, you know, you got to really think there's a deeper process to this. It's not as simple as people, you know, have it perceived in their own head. They're like, oh, it's just a tourniquet. Well, first of all, those are usually the same dudes that buy those pieces of crap, to which I say, good luck, friend. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you out there. Tremendous fail. Oh yeah, the worst. My medic on FB said use and China and Philippines and got mad. I called them out being a business buying from China. Yeah, LOL. Totally good. Not so for Mediacro. Because under stress, you aren't as good as you think you are, bro. Yeah, it's absolutely true. You're like, I'm not as good as I think I am, bro. Not under stress. Just, I'm like a woeful, wretched creature. And the only thing good in me is the spirit of Messiah. Like, that's it, right? And so it's only through him that I have the ability to have hard work and dedication, to have life-saving and life-preserving skills, right? Like, my flesh doesn't want to do that. My flesh wants to be, like, doing bad stuff somewhere. Whereas, you know, the spirit in me says, hey, learn how to do good to help others.
Well, and think about how many videos we've shared recently, like the 2 LEO videos we shared.
Yep.
Where these are people who should be carrying them.
Yep.
And should absolutely be trained in them. And they are freezing up. They are not quick on their feet. And one of them, he was just straight up applying it in the most painful of ways to watch.
Yeah, dude, it was really hard to watch. It really was. That's Chicago PD, too. And I know Chicago PD has to take a Stop the Bleed course before they become an officer. Majority of police departments do that now. However, a Stop the Bleed course, while really important, isn't always done under high-stress situations, right? And so they're not getting scenario-based training. They're not feeling that, ooh, right? That spike in blood pressure, that spike in adrenaline, that decrease in oxygen because you probably don't know how to actually breathe. All these things. So you're keeping carbon dioxide in your body, you're fogging up your brain, you're not breathing, you're not, your blood is pumping way too fast, right? Trying to overcompensate, which is probably sending you into like minor compensatory shock. And then you're like, yeah, now I'm going to save my life. Dude, you're probably not going to walk right. Like, let alone now do fine motor skills that you've never trained or you trained once 2 years ago. If you're not putting a tourniquet on your body at least once a week, I think you're wrong. I really do. Because it takes, I don't know, 30 seconds to get a good rep in, right? Why are you not doing it? 12C is famous for texting me throughout the week the different times that he tourniquet checks his wife, and his wife will tourniquet check him, right? So he'll be like getting out of his car, and his beautiful, wonderful wife, who my wife and I adore, will come out the front door and be like, tourniquet, right leg. And he's like, oh, right? And he has to like figure out where in the situation he is to get a tourniquet on properly. But that's a good partner right there. That's somebody who cares about you being able to, you know, smack down hard circumstances in a proper amount of time to save your own life or prevent death rather, right?
So Hanger System by, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not great at pronouncing things. So I'm going to say Hanger System. Said, amen, love the message and the message. The mission.
Nice.
And the message.
There we go.
Words.
There we go.
Can't wait to get our staff into your training someday soon, hopefully. Well, we actually have one coming up.
Yeah, so we do have a training on the 6th. We have like, I think 10-ish spots left. So We're about 80% sold out, so I would recommend you get on it quick. If you're looking to get your whole staff trained, reach out to me, Bob at Refuge Medical. We can talk about it. Where are you at? Where are you located? What's the easiest way? Is it cheaper for you to come here? Is it cheaper for us to go there? I know everybody's trying to save a buck right now. I'm going to be honest, there's cheaper trainings out there. I don't think there's better. That's probably not true. There's also really great trainers out there that are doing phenomenal work. But I'm partial to our type of training and the way that we focus on certain topics. What you got?
Please, if you are going to go with someone else, because the main goal is for you to get training.
Yes.
If you are going to go with somebody else, please vet what they're teaching, because there are a lot of people still teaching ABCs,
Yep.
life over limb.
Yeah.
You don't want to learn the wrong thing.
Yeah, if your instructor tells you to smell the blood, smell your hands after a sweep and rake, just get up and leave. Just get up and leave. Because we're doing stuff that doesn't make sense. In the Osho traffic court, I had a Cat 7 in my pocket. Sheriff behind desk didn't know what it was, argued with me, and made me take it back to my car, and is supposed to be a first responder.
That is so upsetting.
Woof. Woof. That's...
And then this is, you have to think about that in the context of those who are like, I'm not going to do it because what if I get in trouble? I'm just going to wait for the paramedics
I'm just going to wait for the cops to show up, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. There's never been a shooting at a courthouse. That's never happened before. So nothing to worry about there. Been having a blast doing TQ checks with the kids. Yeah, dude, that's another thing. Like, we have some awesome kiddos, and they'll get TQ checked because it turns out they also have blood in their body, and they also might not be next to you, and they also might benefit from having these skills that, like, I have seen 5-year-olds successfully put tourniquets on.
This is such a good question. Do you find it easier to train civilians or law enforcement?
Civilians every day. Civilians every day of the week. Law enforcement have a false ego and a false pride, and it's got to get shattered in the first, like, hour. Otherwise, they do not pay attention. And a lot of times, law enforcement, they are not paying for the class themselves. And so because they're not paying for the class themselves, they're not nearly as invested because they just have to be there and show up to get their hours, right? And so it's a big challenge. That being said, I've had some law enforcement officers that through the training have become some of my best friends because they are so dedicated to the work of saving and preserving lives and preserving, the peace, right? And I think of those guys much more as peace officers instead of law enforcement officers. And the real ones will know the difference. You can't unteach things as easily, too, as to teach someone from the ground up. Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot easier to dispel YouTube myths versus, I learned this in the academy. Well, you were in the academy in 1978. So maybe, just maybe, things have evolved. I don't know, though. What do I know? I'm just a guy, right? And my whole thing is I'm not going to try to, I'm not going to fight with somebody to give them information that can help them save a life, right? I'm not. If you want to be wrong that bad, you can be wrong. After the first or second try, I'm going to dust my feet and I'm going to move on. Because there's 300 million Americans in this country, and a bunch of them want to know this information, right? Which is very, very important.
Over on Instagram,
Okay.
Upstate Benny81 said, any other training that yourselves would recommend? So, like, beyond our training.
Yeah.
CPR, for one.
Yeah, so CPR AED is a big one. I think that, there's about a 30% chance rate of CPR being successful. It goes up to, I think, like 50s, maybe 60% with an AED, which is cool. I think that's important that people get that training. I also do believe fervently right now that individuals should be training with defensive tactics. So whether that's going to reputable local civilian trainers, local gun trainers, if like these people pride themselves on an NRA cert, you might want to throw them in the trash can. They're not paying attention. There's some really good groups out there. Orion Training Group is a phenomenal training organization. They are badass, and they put on classes all throughout the year at amazing facilities. And they do knowledge dumps. They have a Patreon, they have a YouTube. I personally can't wait to get out to one of their classes. I just haven't had the time. But they're doing a really good job of teaching 1-man, 2-man, 4-man CQB, which, like, if you live in a house, that actually does pertain to you, as well as, teaching, maneuvering, understanding comms. I think all of these things really are going to go into play. Also, there's something for like signals training, understanding signals with drones, understanding signals with radios and networks and all these things. That's a technology that we're not talking a lot about in the U.S. It's something that Ukraine wishes they were talking about 5 years ago, because so many civilians have been lost just because of drones, and nobody knows how to put a jammer up, and nobody knows how to scramble freaks, and this is all tech that's it's not simple, but it's not the hardest thing in the world, and you can learn how to do it. And at least somebody in your group should be learning how to do it. And if you're like, I'm a lone wolf, you should be finding people. That's what you should be training on. You should be training on how to find individuals. And that's a task in its own right.
Also, if you're a woman, take a woman's self-defense class.
Yeah.
Learn like what to look for. I've taken PJs once. I'm
Yep.
taking it again
Yep.
soon. And learning to not be afraid of causing a scene,
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Get loud.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing too, is like, there's something to be said about confidence courses. Taking courses that build your confidence, that build, your ability to speak, right, and articulation, even if that's like simple public speaking courses, that gives you a lot of power. Because I don't know if you know this, everybody's addicted to cell phones now and no one can speak anymore, right? So if you can just eloquently present yourself in a way that's both professional yet authoritative, dude, you're on top. Like, you really are. You can control a scene rapidly with proper demeanor and proper articulation. What do you
Can
got?
I touch on that?
Yeah.
So in the class that I took last year, PJ literally wanted us to scream
Yep.
and be as B-wordy as we possibly could. One of our exercises was to walk past him and give him the worst look like ever, like don't F with me
Yep.
look. And not everybody was comfortable with being like, what the F are you doing?
Yep.
But he was saying you want to throw them off.
Yep.
Like you want them to see like you're not going to be easy target. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to go down without a fight kind of thing.
So scripture says, be sober and alert, for your enemy is like a roaring lion, prowling, waiting for somebody to devour. So let's look at that for a second, right? Be sober and alert, right? So don't be drunk, don't be high and like off in a daze, and be alert, pay attention, right? Be attentive to your surroundings, because the enemy is like a roaring lion, right? So how does a lion hunt? Well, when you look at a lion doesn't find the strongest wildebeest and go after it. Nay, he actually does the opposite. The lion seeks out the weak, he seeks out the lame, seeks out the broken, one that can't defend themselves, one that's an easy kill, because the lion doesn't want to do extra work. He doesn't want to expel extra calories, right? So if you become a super strong, to stick on this this teaching here, if you become a super strong wildebeest or a super strong sheep, all of a sudden the lion doesn't really want to tassel with you, right? He'd rather go after the weak target. And if you act as like an LGD and you get super loud and you get super defensive, you could potentially run that lion off, which then at that point, you've now not just protected yourself, you've protected others, right? I've told my wife multiple times, right? I would happily pray for a brandishing charge, right? I tell her all the time, use judicious judgment in everything you do, like be smart, be intelligent, but be the first one to go big. Be the first one to go big. I'd rather like argue it in court every single time. Every single time. And that's a big thing for me, especially with, our ladies, is like, dude, who cares if you cuss somebody out? Who cares if you scream at somebody?
Scene.
Make a scene.
It's
Get
worth
everybody's attention, right?
Yeah.
Because people will immediately start to whip out their cell phones. They'll start to pay attention. You can start yelling, call 911, whatever it may be. You can get cops on the way. If cops show up and there wasn't something bad happen, the cops are going to go home and they're not going to be pissed. If cops show up earlier than they would have if you waited for the bad thing to happen, well, now we're behind the problem, right? We're reactionary instead of proactive, which is not what we're looking for.
There was I cannot remember where I saw this or if it was PJ that talked about it, but I think it was PJ, they took a group of convicts, okay? And they had them watch a video.
Yep.
And they were saying, they asked them, pick out who you would target.
Yep.
They watched this video. Everybody's in civilian clothes, right? They were like, not that one. and it was a lady wearing a real cute outfit, and he was like, "Why this? I don't know. There's something about her." She was a cop.
Yep.
But it was because she walked with authority.
Yep.
And she walked with confidence. And like I tell you right now, if you're a lady, when you're walking through and you don't have your husband with you or someone with you, have a resting B-word face.
Yep.
Do it. Look like you are the rudest person in the world because people don't want to mess with you when you're like that.
Yeah, dude, be super unapproachable. You like, if you're not in a scenario where you want to be approached, be unapproachable, right? MKEP TV, Mekip TV. Will Refuge Medical be making shoulder bags in the future? I don't like the backpack bags, but just wondering before I buy a Chinese trauma bag, I'm an EMS and want a shoulder bag for trauma.
Is that like, are you talking like messenger type bag?
Dude, boy, oh boy, do I have news for you. Stay tuned. Stand by.
You guys find out
Hold
stuff
on.
sometimes before I do. And
Oh my
I
gosh.
like work in the media.
Lauren, you already know about this. You're just not thinking. You got to use your brain. Hold on. Hold on.
Really quick.
Moving.
I wanted to,
Covering.
I have no idea if Bob's talking. I think he is talking.
We're going. We're
For
moving.
the soft T tourniquet question, there's a part that attaches to a hook. It has come off several times. Are you talking about the triangle? That was
Boom.
my sign.
Well, that's a sign. It's a sign that it's your time to
It's
get.
a sign that the blowout sale is ending soon, you guys, and you're gonna run out of time.
Look at this awesome shoulder messenger bag right here. This bad mamma jamma. This is the adventure bag. If you're an EMS, this thing is super cool because it's not just got boo-boo capability, but it's also got some pretty extensive capability. You can add stuff to it as well. This is an American-made bag. Well, this is a Mastiff. Oh, okay. So this is not an adventure bag, so I'm not going to take all this stuff out because it's a Mastiff.
There's a huge canine kit patch on it.
Now it's not a Mastiff. This is literally for indication that this is a Mastiff, so that somebody doesn't grab it on camera and bring it over here and say that it's an adventure bag. But the Mastiff's on sale, so. But the adventure kit is a high quality bag. This is made in Fort Smith. It's got a little flat part here that you could put like medical cards, you can put TCCC cards, any notation that you want to have, pens, pencils, stuff like that. As well as you have some MOLLE up front if you wanted to attach a couple tourniquets or shears or gummy bears, whatever have you. And then inside of it, you have trauma capability, you have prolonged field care capability, you have OTC capability, as well as, you know, you have like oral rehydration salts, glucose gel, stuff like that. Adventure bag is the way to go. It is a super cool shoulder bag. We are on the 3rd iteration of it. We just updated the clips as well. We have new swivel clips that are coming in, as well as we did an updated shoulder pad. That way you have a little bit of more, you know, comfort, because we want you guys to be comfy out there when you're doing the things, brother, and all that jazz. So hopefully that's a good solution for you. No, it's not $12 because this is not made in China. This is made by real people in America. Not the Chinese people aren't real. Bob can read. Dude, I couldn't spell canine. I'll tell you what.
Seven Heather 7 said, one time I was cornered at a gas station by a man and I raised my voice but didn't yell. I looked to people around hoping for awareness and I watched people turn away. Literally turn their backs.
Yep, that's the world we live in.
That is why you carry, and that is why you just go full B-word mode. No qualms about it.
Yeah, get aggressive. Get aggressive.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry to interrupt you,
aggressive.
Bob.
Be
It was so
aggressive.
funny because one of the things that PJ told us was like, you know what? If they end up being some nice guy, right, and you yelled at him, oh well. He's like, talks about the guy going home. Mary, the weirdest thing happened today. This lady yelled at me.
Which,
but,
like, if it's a good dude, he's probably gonna understand.
yes,
He's
that was
probably
one of the
gonna
points.
understand.
Yeah.
Like if for some reason I was zoned out in the grocery store, right, and I just like had worked a 12-hour day, and I was trying to decide which type of pasta sauce to get or whatever, and I was like staring at this kid and staring at this woman, right, and she started screaming at me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I zoned out. You're right, and I didn't mean anything by it. You know what? I really appreciate your attitude, and I really appreciate the way you handled that, because it's a crazy world.
Back away. Like a bad person is not going to heed what you're saying. They're gonna try and aggress. Can you grab a soft tea, Bob?
Oh, dude, I can.
So we had a comment.
I sure can.
So Ed Vincent said, I have a soft T tourniquet. There is a part that attaches to a hook. It has come off several times. Is it supposed to do that? And I thought maybe he was talking about the triangle. And then he said, no, it's at the opposite end.
It's the buckle. He's talking about this right here. That part right there. Yeah, so I would get, that's never happened to me, ever. You probably have it all the way extended. I don't think you should have it all the way extended, realistically. I think having it partially extended would be better. The soft tee is longer than the Cat Gen 7, so you can have it partially extended like such. But if you have like maybe a really weird buckle, like it's sewn in a way that it's supposed to catch right there. If for some reason this tongue isn't T-sewn like so with that double bar tack, let me know. I'll replace it to you, no problem. But I would just stow it with a little bit more space from the time tab here, right? Give her maybe like 6-7 inches, and you'll be good to go in that. And then when I actually am stowing my soft tee, what I do is I move my windlass over to the side like such. I fold in this little buckle, this piece that keeps falling off, and then I wrap around that, and that keeps it super flat, super duper flat. And then I know that that buckle's not gonna move around on me, do anything weird, anything like that. So hopefully, Ed, that helps. And like I said, if you have, for some reason, a weird manufactured stuff, like everybody has a margin of error. I'm sure TACMed does as well. Just go ahead and let me know, take a picture, send it over. I'll get you replaced and all squared up.
So Anchor Systems over on Instagram said, we'll see you at SHOT Show. We met you guys there last year, and we're first-time exhibitors like y'all. Are you showing off some new products there?
We are actually not going to SHOT Show. We have decided on it as an executive team for a couple reasons. One, I got a weird feeling in my belly about SHOT Show, so I'm not going to go. Two, we decided to take the money that we were going to spend on SHOT Show and spend it in our community, whether that's, you know, figuring out ways to support Oklahoma, figuring out ways to maybe support Texas too, because they're close to us, and going to smaller shows here so we can have more bang for our buck and more impact. After I went to SHOT, dude, here's what I took away from SHOT Show. I had to yell at a lot of hookers. It's Sin City. Everybody's drunk and high. Like, it's kind of like an ego contest at times. The new products that are getting exhibited usually aren't even that cool or that new. It's not what it used to be. It really isn't. If this is your first time going as an exhibitor, I wish you all the best. Have a great SHOT showcase. I think that your product should be great in that showcase. We were going to do that as well. But we pulled out. We lost some money pulling out too. I don't even think we got refunded for our initial transaction. But for us, it just didn't feel right. We were trying to figure out why we were going. And we were going because we felt like we had to. And we don't have to do anything. And so that's kind of just how we are on it right now. I wish that we could see you. If you're traveling through Oklahoma on your travels to SHOT Show, stop by. Come see us. You can still come see us. We're still friends. I still love you. Always trust the gut. It's usually y'all speaking to us. Yep, for sure. Refuge is so amazing. I've never had anything shipped and received so fast. Feel better having my wound bucket and boo-boo kit. Thanks again to all. No, thank you, Sue. We try to do it quick, man. We try to do it quick. Usually when people are ordering first aid gear, it's not because they're going to set it on a shelf somewhere. It's because they think they might need it. And for us, we feel as though we have a moral obligation to have badass shipping times. I'm upset right now because we're above 2 days. So our average shipping time is supposed to be under 36 hours. That's kind of my expectation. And through the last few months, we've done a bunch of pre-orders and stuff, and it's messed with our averages and yada, yada, yada. We're like 2 days and a couple of hours. I was talking to a buddy about it yesterday, and I'm like, I'm sorry for the slow shipping times. And we're partnering together, me and another brand, and he's like, well, what's your shipping times? And I told him, he's like, dude, you're like 5 times faster than us. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that, but you know, we're trying to do better. We're always trying to do better. You do have badass shipping times. Thank you, Lamppost. Freaking love you. SHOT Show is overrated. There's cool stuff there, dude. But like, guys, it's gonna be on the market after SHOT Show, so you don't have to go to SHOT Show. Like last year, there was the thermal Holosun EOTech thing, right? Yeah, maybe it was Holosun that did the thermal optic. And like that thing has like not been in stock almost the whole time since SHOT Show. So like, why does it even matter that I saw it there, right? There is a reason why it is called Sin City. Yeah, we talked about that quite a bit. Not that we don't have a problem going into Mitzrayim and taking their gold, but sometimes you got to calculate the op.
I can only I mean, as someone who's not big on like germs and stuff.
Oh my God.
Just being like, put me in a hamster wheel and roll me to the media section,
Bubble
and
boy.
then like roll me back to the room. You know.
And I had never, so I'd lived in Chicago, so I'd seen some pretty rough areas, but Chicago, dude, Las Vegas is something else. That place is crazy. Walking around those like big squares where everybody's just naked and just like, it's sexual abomination and, dude, it's bad. It's just bad. It's bad time.
Pennsylvania Preparedness said, "Hey-o, first time catching a live. What's up, everybody?"
What up, Pennsylvania Preparedness? If you're prepared and you're in Pennsylvania, then you're that guy. Hopefully he's at...
7Heather7 said, "That's how I feel when we go to Walmart."
Oof. Dude,
depending on where you live, when Heath and I lived back where we were in Texas, there was a dude. You guys can't see me doing the quotation marks, and he would wear some things and like be there, and yeah.
Rough. I'm 2 hours north. Yeah, they sent to Tulsa, then to KC-Mo, then to Springfield, Missouri, then back to me, then to Southwest Missouri. I'm 2 miles from Arkansas and 10 miles from Oklahoma. Yeah, Ben, I don't work for USPS, but that sucks.
It does.
That's
I hate
super
when they do that.
stupid.
You're like, you could have just sent it to here.
What is the ruckus going to look like for vendors? I don't know.
That is a question for admin.
Events.
No, events. I'm sorry.
Events at calebhouse.org. I'm going to assume that you're going to have a vendor location. And in that vendor location, you'll have the ability to present your stuff. People can come purchase from you. They can hang out with you, ask questions, feel the merchandise.
Or drink it.
Or drink the merchandise. And then you'll probably also get like some banners or something like that too. I'm not sure.
Also, it's going to be great advertising for your business because we have a lot of media planned for the Ruckus, a lot of videoing and photo ops and opportunities and stuff that you'll be able to use, in your
marketing. Yeah, moving forward, which is super cool. We'll have a couple of different videographers and photographers there just capturing all this stuff. I'm pretty sure J.A. Dudley is going to live stream Ruck the entire thing with a gimbal.
I'm pretty sure like a bike or something.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on a bike. Just.
We need to get me a sidecar so I can.
That'd be
just
so funny. You're
Dudley's,
like sitting in a sidecar.
Yes. Dudley, I don't know if you can hear this, but we've got to get a bike with a sidecar and just like Wonder Twin unite this thing.
Wonder Twins unite. That's super. That's Dragon Ball Z. That's not Wonder Twins.
No.
Wonder Twins, I think, have the rings. That's when you go like, what is that called?
It's like
the Saiyan thing? I don't know. I'm not a nerd enough. But, guys, we got a couple more minutes here. I can't spend too much time. I'm about to hop off. Wait 1 second. Okay, cool.
What's the deadline to sign up for the Ruckus? We will buy tickets, but just don't want to delay and miss the cut. Just saving the pennies to pay.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a deadline put on it right now. There probably is going to be a deadline put on it, but I haven't heard that yet. But that's a good question. One of those things, like, guys, I'm not necessarily the Ruckus guy right now. My head is just now entering that bucket per se. I'm also trying to set up like some other stuff around the Ruckus to, build support and to build popularity for it. And so, thinking about it. Okay, thank you. We'll watch the site and when we get the emails. Yup.
I will link to sign up right here, Mark.
Yeah, so we'll put the link down below. It's really easy sign-up process. You can register for yourself or you can register for another person, no problem. And, with that, if you're going to register for another person, make sure they're aware of that because that'd be super weird if, like, you tell them a week before, hey, you're doing a multi-mile ruck with weight to fight trafficking. They'll be like,
your backpack's not heavy enough? Here's some rocks.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. You brought 49 pounds instead of 50. How would you like some gravel? Because we're actually going to have a rock pile. The fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z. There you go. There you go, Tavar. He knows. That guy gets it.
RefugeRuckus.com.
RefugeRuckus.com. Guys, your HSA, is it HSA or FSA that's about to go bad? One of the SAs one of the spending accounts is about to expire here. There's some of them have a grace period. Make sure that you've checked in that your spending account, either your health savings or your flex spending account, isn't about to expire and you're not about to lose that funds that you've been putting into. If you're like, oh, dude, look at that. I've got, $300 or $500 there. I didn't even know that. Grab first aid gear. Oh, Bob, I already have first aid gear. Cool, grab it for your family. Oh, my family already has it. Cool, grab it for all the churches in your area. Grab it for the local law enforcement agencies. Grab it for freaking schools, dude. There's somebody near you that needs first aid gear. I don't care what you say, you're wrong, and that's just what it is. So I didn't make the rules, I just work here. Sorry, not sorry. That's how it is. FSA goes bad,
Yeah,
HSA rules.
what-
I can
yeah.
never remember. I'll tell you what, guys, I could barely spell FSA.
Upstate Benny 81 on Instagram asked, "Is there a future training planned after the one in May?"
Boy, wouldn't you like to know?
So would we. No, I'm just kidding.
Right now, I've got some tentative plans for the fall. I haven't locked it in yet. Let's see how the election goes, in all honesty. Let's see how stuff goes in 2024. Because I don't know if you guys are tracking on the geopolitical scenario right now, but it's really weird. And so I would get trained this spring. If you're thinking about it, stop putting it off. We've been training people for multiple years, telling you that it's going to be less and less and less and less accessible. Bob, I can't afford it. Go find somebody to help sponsor you. Reach out to us about a scholarship. All these different things, right? If you're going to reach out to me about a scholarship, you better cross your T's and dotted your I's, right? From the standpoint of like, I tried to get a scholarship elsewhere before you come to me. It's in your best interest to have this training. Like, if you have 45 people in your church, have each one of them give you $10, so now that you have medical training and you can teach everybody at the church when you get back. That's not a hard bargain. That's not something that's hard to sell to people. It's probably needed, to be honest. Like, I'm going to guess that your security team at church isn't training as much as they should be, and that's just kind of how I feel about that. I'm in health insurance, and now it's second nature. Lone Star Living, I'm so sorry that you're in health insurance. I need more first aid gear if anyone wants to spend their FSA. Nice, Ghost. Nice, yeah. Ghost is like, I'm open.
Gladly take it from you.
He's like, yeah, you send me a BPK. I don't care. You can send me one right now. Can we have a Refuge Fair Day where we pay an entry fee and you serve lamb so I can try it and people can come see the products in person and ask questions or something? Just a thought. You mean like the house party?
Like we're doing that.
You mean like the house party on the 5th after training where we're serving lamb tacos?
Sheep tacos.
And you can come in and hang out with us and ask questions and feel all the merchandise like that? Like that we're doing already?
We got to make some elote to go with that.
Dude, that'd be fire.
Oh my gosh.
But do we know anybody that could make elote?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Ren?
Hey, he's Cuban.
I know, but do you know how to make elote? I mean, I can make it, but I'm not.
This is so racist.
Elote?
Whoa, watch it.
Elote?
Elote, like street corn.
He said kilote.
You know how to make street corn? He doesn't know.
Do I know how to make a street corn, man?
I mean, see how he said that? He's got to know.
Tell you something, man. I know about corn, man.
So Ren is Cuban, and we all equate that to Ren is from Mexico.
It's why he rolls the best gloves.
I'll tell you what, that's every pair of gloves you had rolled from Refuge Medical. That's been our Cuban roller right there. Come on over here, Ren. Come on. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Hey. Come on, get out of here.
We're rolling them gloves over here.
Okay, get to work. Seriously, though. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little ridiculous. Good grief. Hey, whoa. Okay.
She fixed it.
Your tone's all wrong. You're coming at
You're
my
talking
guy.
to my guy all wrong.
You're talking to my guy all wrong here. Elotes, that's straight Chicago. Yeah, dude, you get like a styrofoam cup with a bunch of corn, mayonnaise, some chili pepper,
Oh my gosh.
random cheese. You just don't even know what's in there, bro. Digging your videos, Ren. Yeah, Ren is making some fire spiritual videos. If you guys are like on a spiritual journey right now with the creator of the universe,
High
Ren's
rev
got some good
Band-Aids.
context as to where he is and the experiences that he has had. And dude, they're good. They're really good. And he's just entertaining to watch. He's so genuine. He's so heartfelt. And yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah, Sue, you can find on the website, there's a trauma medicine series, and then we also have a ton of not training, I mean, not
Instructional videos.
Instructional videos to teach you the basics on how to use the gear that we have here.
Yeah, so for training, we consider it training if there's pressure and accountability. So it's like really hard to gather pressure and accountability in your living room, right? Like nobody's screaming at you, nobody's like checking your tourniquet, making sure it's tight enough. Nobody's ensuring that you're burping the chest seal and you're, depressing the diaphragm in that process, all these things. Versus, an instructional video where you can gain a ton of knowledge and a ton of information, but you're not necessarily getting the reps and sets and being able to put it in practice. So if you haven't, go to the Refuge Medical YouTube channel. Like some of you are subscribed, some of you aren't. You should be sharing that with your friends. Hey, I know that you suck at tourniquet application, watch this video. Hey, I know you've been asking a lot of questions about trauma med, watch this series. That's something that's free 30, right around free 99 that you can pass out to the homies, and they can garner a lot of educational benefit from it. And we put it out there. We don't put it on a Patreon. We don't put it behind a paywall or anything like that. We want you to have it because we're in the business of saving lives. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. If we wanted to make a lot of money, we would have went into oil. We're in Oklahoma. We chose medical because we want to save lives, right? Probably would have bred sheep and made a crap ton of money, but we eat them too fast. That's the main problem there.
Beartron said, I love your IG page. The stories you share are awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lauren does a really good job at the IG page. I've been kind of like pushing a lot of stuff to her in terms of like educational videos. We're trying to put out more content to where you guys can see that this stuff is actually used. You can see that it is practical, Yeah, some of it's hard to watch. It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's it's hard to watch. I get it.
Sometimes I'm not prepared and I say bad things because I'm like, oh, I opened up and I'm like, oh my God.
But here's the thing. I'd rather you guys have that shock factor now than in the field. And hopefully it's sobering and maybe helps shift your paradigm a little bit to where crap, I need this stuff. It's real.
This was a super good suggestion from Heather7. Suggestion, when I buy stuff from some pages, they send a follow-up email linking to Google reviews. It's a great reminder for me to review them. We are forgetful beings. I love that idea.
That's a great idea. I will talk
Britt,
to...
did you hear that?
I'll talk to...
Okay,
I'll talk to the badass admins, and see if we can't figure that out. Where can we get the wound packing cube for practice? We are currently working on producing one, actually. It's a bit of a process to have it made here, but I have a dude who actually used to make boobs. That's like what he did, is he made breast implants. And
not something you hear every day.
He's still in the boob biz, I'm not gonna lie. But I reached out to him because I remembered it, and he's a great brother. And I was like, hey dude, are you still making boobs?
Oh my God, this is the weirdest conversation.
He's like,
Do you have any hands-on experience with his work?
I don't have any hands-on experience. That's just...
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen them. They're pretty awesome.
So we do have visual inspection of the boobs, which
Pivot.
However, I'm sorry. He makes round surgical implanted silicone. How about that? Is that better? Does everybody feel better now that I didn't use a 5-letter word with 2 O's and 2 B's?
Boobs in an off-grid cabin in the woods.
It is a little weird.
It's a 4-letter word, Bob. That's a 4-letter word.
B-O-O-B-S.
Oh, dang it. I wasn't thinking about the S. I'm like, you can't even spell it like you're counting it right.
You played yourself.
Dang it. Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can call the wound practice the titty. It is the tits. I'm so sorry, Lord.
Oh God.
Help us, please, steer this back into a normal place.
Oh boy.
Jesus, take the wheel. So anyways, my friend who works in silicone, not the Valley, the product, I was like, hey dude, can we make this type of cube? We're gonna make it completely different. It's not gonna be a cube shape. There's gonna be some different lacerations and wound cavities in there. The problem is we're trying to get the right expansion in the cavities to simulate that of a gunshot properly. And I'll tell you right now, looking at production cost, every other company is overcharging a lot. I'm like, uh-oh, that's weird. Why'd you do that? Because nobody else makes them. So yeah, we're working on that right now. We're gonna try to get it to the market soon. YouTube didn't like that. Yeah, surprise. What's the good word? Boobs. That is the good word. No, that's not the good word. Don't say that. The good word is that
Oh my
there is a
gosh.
Messiah who died to redeem you.
What's up with the body
And
bucket?
back to medical topics.
It says, what's up with the body bucket?
What is up with the body bucket? I don't know.
What is the body bucket?
We're trying to figure out if we're actually there and we should produce that because it's a pretty dark product.
Good Lord, this isn't like, what is the body bucket?
It is exactly what you think it is. It is a prepper item to where if somebody were to die.
Sell them in bulk.
Yep. No, but I'll talk to you after class. Yeah, so somebody said, I will buy 10 of them. Yeah, I know, dude, but that's the problem. Like, why are you buying 10 of them? Like, there's a moral obligation in what you sell, guys. Like, I can't just be selling a bunch of lime, all right? It gets weird, like, really quick. I don't know. TJ and I have talked about it a lot. We've gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's on the board. It's definitely on the board. Right now, we're in Pareto season. We're taking things off of the menu because we have way too many things on the menu right now. So with that, if you like the bucket line, purchase buckets, and that'll show us that. Yeah, there is actually a last chance tab on the website right now where there are kits on there, and we are not going to sell them after this. Or they're going to go to special order with big lead times because we're trying to streamline. We're trying to make sure that we get stuff out the door as quick as possible for you and that we're holding the right inventory. It doesn't make sense for me to hold on to, like a military surgical set that I sell 2 of a month instead of using that capital to put into tourniquets or chest seals or stuff like that. I have a bear fac already. What small kit should I get? ARC, bleeding control kit, or SOB? I recommend probably an SOB with a bleeding control kit. The bleeding control kit is $60, all right? And that goes in the wife's car, the teen's car, mom's car, super easy. And now they have first aid right there. The SOB is awesome because you're carrying that gear on you, on your person, easily deployable. It weighs right around the same weight as a loaded AR mag, which is almost unnoticeable. Yeah, I'd recommend the last two. The ARC's a good kit, but most people don't need all the capability that's in an ARC. What do you got?
I've heard you've shown this already.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
It's on that table. Right
Was I not allowed to do that?
No, I didn't think we had shown people yet. I was bringing it for you to show people.
Oh, yeah.
But they've already known about it, apparently.
Oh, I got one over here.
But I just heard you talking about wound cube stuff.
Yeah.
This isn't exactly that, but
Wound cube.
it's on the
my
same
gosh.
training practice side. Go
Yeah,
keep in the store,
if
so-
you guys are looking for a cool little hobby to kind of get better at in a weird medical sense, we do have suture training kits. This is awesome if you have like your own farm, your own homestead. Animals get hurt all the time. Being able to properly Kelly, being able to properly work sutures. It has, an accoutrement. This isn't even full. There's a bunch of stuff missing out of this. That's fine. But it has the pad itself right here. With different lacerations that you can work on sewing. It comes with an assortment of sutures as well as an assortment of Kellys. And then you can look up, all your different knots, all your different lines, all your different stuff as to how you're sewing. Really useful in SHGF, bro. You're not going to be able to go get stitches. Baby making bucket is a lot more positive. Yeah, but also moral obligation here. Like, what's it going to be? Like smooth jazz in a bucket? I don't know. Damn, got to get money again or sell jelly bean launchers. So glad got Bear Fact 3.0 in May. Yeah, absolutely. Where do I listen to Ren's Spiritual Talks?
I just put it
Oh,
in there. It's
she just put it in there.
Band-Aids.
High Rev
I'm
Band-Aids.
going to share the link to his channel as well.
Do you know how many of the big bag kits that you carry that you have left? Off the top of my head, no. Does Britt know in the distance as she looks it up on the computer? I would assume either Field Medic Mac 4 or the Stomp.
People want to know about the ARC, that it's going away.
Who said the ARC is going away?
Scouting the Woods said the ARC is going away, question mark, and then someone else said, love my ARC, and then
Travel kit is going away, question mark? Guys, settle down.
Because they're on the last chance tab, that's why.
Ah,
It's just because that's the sale
Settle down, guys. 10 stomps, 6 field medics, and 4 Mac 4s. If you don't have a Mac 4 and you're worried about SHTF, that's the kit for you, dude. It really is. That's a bad mamma jamma. You can treat an actual mass casualty event. That's the and the stomp bag. I've seen more stomp bags go out the door in the last week than I think I've seen in the last 12 months.
I walked in yesterday, and on the table there were 4 sitting ready to go out.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount of stomp bags right there. Like we literally, Jadis had to work last Friday to build more stomp bags. We had like over a pallet of stomp bags built up. Guys, remember that time where we do like 2.0s and 3.0s and 4.0s of things? Use your imagination, right? Use your imagination. Everybody who's worried about the arc, settle down. Settle down. It's okay.
Our tribe trains on sutures, always a good part of training day. You know, we did that during Sukkot. We had training. We did Ranger bee training, land nav. We did how to do your own nixtamalization of corn. It would be super cool to do a suture day.
They are on last chance. You just said last chance items are going away. Yeah, I guess we can talk about it now. So yeah, we're gonna be moving away from the ARC for a plethora of reasons. One of them is production cost. To be honest, it's a really, really complex bag to make. And I either have to raise the price exponentially or I have to scrap it and go back to the drawing board. And so TJ and I are working with Cody. We've been in the sew shop a few times. Cody's about to go to Montana. But after he gets back from Montana, we are planning on doing a new launch, a new release. We got a new product coming. And so if you're in love with that kit, go grab it. Because we don't have a ton left, and once we run out, we're out.
And it's not going to be the same.
And it's not even going to be close. It's not. But I'm really excited for what we're bringing in instead of that. And, you know, that was a great kit. It was designed really well. Twitch did a great job. It's done a really good job in its role. It's just at this point, it's no longer economically feasible. And like I do have to consider that when making first aid gear. Like the margins are already so small that if I start like cutting my nose off on a bunch of kits, something's got to give somewhere. And so for me right now, we don't lose a ton by not selling the ARC. We still have the SOB. We still have slicks, ankles, and a bunch of different compact carry options, the belt kit, all that jazz. And so once we come out with insert thing here, can't tell you what it is, you guys will be pumped. Gotta help good peeps if I can in any way. Idea, customize your own kit on the website. Price for each item. Choose your bag. Choose the contents. Yeah, we've thought about that actually. I'm not gonna tell you the name of that company because we still haven't decided if we're doing it or not. But we have thought about that. Here's the problem. Logistics of that and the back end management inside of like the website and inside the code is insane. There's like no easy plugins for it. It all has to be custom designed. It's a lot of work, and we're not doing that right now. That's just not what we're doing. A la carte med kits to fit your interests. No, we're trying to limit the designs because people are overwhelmed by the 30-ish med kits we currently offer. That's one of the things we constantly get.
That would be a nightmare for an admin.
Yeah, I actually saw Brittany start to sweat when I read that comment. She goes, please, no new things. Then with that, we are planning on potentially launching a bundle line where you can get a couple of different bundles. So like a family bundle, a bucket bundle, a few different bundles that we're putting together, getting ready to figure out how to get you guys some savings and then also how to make it effective. Like maybe your church has been looking for a first aid solution. Maybe your mag has been looking for a first aid solution. And so providing you with something like that, I think will be really good.
Scouting in the Woods went and grabbed an ARC. He said thanks
Nice.
for letting us know.
Way to do it, Scouting in the Woods. Yeah, guys, I mean, you got to pay attention to the website. You got to pay attention to the newsletter. You know, we're not going to scream everything from the hilltop, but, you know, they are going away. And so grab them while you can. like I said, it was a great first aid kit. It still is a good first aid kit. It will be a great first aid kit. We're going to keep all the prints and designs in case we have to replace one if it breaks. You know, stuff like that, because we definitely care about it. Or sign up for SMS. Yeah, sign up for SMS. If you got the meme today, I made that on my computer. No big deal. I also made 37.
It was a big deal to him. Don't listen to him.
I made like 37 memes today. I didn't know how easy it was to make a meme. So if you follow me on Instagram, you're about to see a bunch of memes because I didn't know that I could just do that on my phone. I thought that people were like way smarter with making memes. It's just like a really easy thing. So yeah.
We had a lady ask, will there be more purple boo-boo kits? She was waiting on the shears to come in, and I think maybe she missed it.
Yeah, there'll be more purple boo-boo kits. Right, B-Riz? What? Purple boo-boos? Yes. Yeah, for sure. Are they in stock now?
No, we're waiting on stairs.
Oh.
Purple and blue are here for a moment.
Purple and blue are here for now.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see purple and blue if you don't get the OD treatment or the gray treatment because you didn't perform that well. Practice suture kit is live. Go and grab it. Go get it now. Guys, I got like another minute and I really have to hop off.
The standard art comes with the headrest kit, right?
Yup. It comes with 2 headrest straps and you can apply it right there. And then if you wanted to get a dangler, you got to add that on. Skeptical of ankle kits. Is it comfortable enough that you would ruck with it? It would be comfortable enough that I'd swim with it. It's fire. It really is good, KD. Cody and I designed this. We did like, I don't know, 4 iterations, and TJ really helped put it together at the end. The way we did it is, this is all stretch webbing, so you can move either way with the kit. It's not attached on the bottom either, so you're not like getting that stiff. It breathes really, really well. It's got a huge hook patch that can attach to a really big loop patch. So that way you got good purchase no matter how you're doing it. And I love it. It has literally replaced the slick kit, and I said I would never run an ankle kit. So I've been proven wrong. In the future, will you have any of the larger bag kits in stock, or will those be special order only? Those are going to special order.
6 to 8 week.
We keep going back and forth about the Field Medic and whether we're going to keep that in stock, but majority of the time, if you're ordering a SEAL Team operational medical pack, you don't need it tomorrow. You know, and it takes time to build that thing anyways. So, and anybody who has bought a stomp bag knows how absolutely comprehensive it is. Kosher Dad, sold! Go grab one, bro. They're super hot fire. I don't even know if they're in stock. Ankles. Yes, she said confidently. All right, guys, I got to hop off. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I really appreciate this time that we spend together. Please go spread the good news of the gospel of Yeshua. Also spread the good news of first aid kits and how they save lives. And remember, carry an effing tourniquet. Might save your damn life. Love y'all. Shalom. Ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da